Who inspires you? Your mother? Your child? Inspiration comes in many forms, and at WBGU-TV, you inspire us to bring entertaining and educational programming to our region. Get inspired, stay inspired.
We're currently at the Garst Museum in Greenville, Ohio. This features a 35,000 square foot facility, and we have over 300,000 artifacts in this museum. We're really a hidden gem. People really are amazed that this exists in a small county like Darke County. We actually have 6 wings in this museum, and our most prominent exhibit is our National Annie Oakley Center. But we also have other exhibits of national significance that includes Lowell Thomas with early multimedia. We also have our Crossroads of Destiny exhibit, which focuses on the early Native American interaction, the Greenville Treaty, Anthony Wayne. We also have a significant military collection that deals with artifacts dating from the War of 1812 to the current military conflicts. And we also have wings focusing on our local history, villages and shops of the earlier eras. And also we have a good collection of period antiques and an agriculture section too.
One of the projects that the Annie Oakley Center Foundation did was to renovate the galleries. We have a room showing her personal life as well as her professional life. And I think people learn about the kind of character that she was and what she did for people, not just that she was a sharpshooter. Annie Oakley was this very tiny woman. She was 5 feet tall, only weighed about 100 pounds, and yet, I mean, she was just an absolute dynamo with the gun. She was really the first Olympic quality athlete and female sports star.
Well, Annie Oakley was born here in Darke County, a little town north of here called Willowdale. And she had a really trying childhood. Her father died when she was 5 years old. Her mother had 6 children to take care of.
The family was very poor, and she had to leave the family for a while and go and live in a county home.
And from there she was hired out to a farm family and was abused. She did run off from there and came back to Darke County with her mother. And that's when she would hunt small game to put food on the table. She was 15, and somebody set up a shooting contest between she and Frank Butler. She won the contest. He was already in show business because he was a professional shooter. They fell in love, and they were married when she was barely 16. And so she joined him in his show, and that's how she got into show business. They joined the Buffalo Bill Cody Wild West show, was with the show for 17 years.
The Wild West shows were something that we don't have anything like that now.
They would rent a huge arena, and they, of course, would have cowboys and Indians and stagecoaches. There would be shooting, and of course the cowboys and the Indians would have a fight. And it was very entertaining for young people and old people.
The Wild West show came to Greenville here in 1900, and the Loving Cup was presented to Annie Oakley. It's inscribed from her friends in Greenville, and that was one of the few trophies or medals that she did keep. She'd melted the rest down for charity because that meant so much to her. We're very fortunate to have the majority of artifacts of her life here because she was from Darke County, and we have many generous family members who have donated items.
And Annie was very generous with her possessions that she passed on to the family members. And so we were lucky enough to have several of those possessions, and some of them are on display here in the museum. All of our family members are very proud to be a relative of hers because she set such great examples in her giving and education programs.
After she retired, she did continue shooting. She would teach women how to shoot because she thought all women should know how to hold a gun and shoot a gun. She thought it gave them poise, and it also protected them.
I think Annie is kind of timeless. I think she still continues to inspire people. The other day I had a request from a fourth grader out in Oklahoma who was doing a report on Annie, and then we had Annie Leibovitz, the famous photographer who came and photographed in her exhibits at the Smithsonian, and she was photographing people that inspired her, considering her background and what she accomplished, what she did, particularly her charitable nature. One of the things that's kind of interesting, there's coins that have been shot through. Someone would throw up coins and Annie would shoot them, and this was a great souvenir to have. And now when people go to visit Annie's grave, they leave coins on her grave. And I think that's a continuing testament to who she was.
Scenic Stops is brought to you by WBGU-TV. Support great local programming by giving now at wbgu.org/pledge.